It was happening. Chris Cruz, Palamadas, your keynote motivational speaker. This is Talking in Traffic. And a friend of mine asked me, hey, Chris, why don't you talk about the time when you were a Christian rapper back in 99, 2001, 2002, and all the way up, when you used to go out and rap at these places, right? And he goes, I grew up watching you rap. I remember going and seeing your table all set up with black crushed velvet, and you had CDs, and you had lights, and you had cars there for display. Because I came from doing car shows back in the day. I used to have a car and put in car shows, and I would trick it up and display it. So I figured I'd do the same thing for my table. Just wanted to tell people about that. Well, there's not much to tell, really. I mean, truthfully, I started with this rap group called King of Freestyle. It's me and my boy Free. So I still keep in contact with him now, but we used to do a lot of shows with radio stations, and just remotes. Radio stations would take us out to different places and say, hey, promote this car, or this car dealership, we'll put you on the radio. And they did, and we go out and we do a couple of songs, and then we do lowrider car shows, Houston car shows, things of that nature. And then I started going to church a lot, and I was like, the stuff I want to do positive rap, right? Which is what we were doing. But I mean, I said I want to do Christian rap. He said, no, let's do positive rap. But I kind of felt to do something different, so I left that group and started doing my solo thing. And I went to CompuCourt Studios, which back then was off of Cutton Road in 1960. It was freaking far to me, and I had no idea how to get there most of the time. But my man Robin Zaruba, man, if you ever get a chance to I don't know if he still records, but he is a great producer, and he a sound guy. He played drums, bass, piano. The guy played a lot of stuff. A guitar. He was all around, so he helped me out a lot. And all I had to do was just pay for studio time, and shoot, he made freaking beats. But my boy Alex Spectacular from Kickdoor Bandits, and he did a lot of other stuff. Big Jerb and nowadays, but anyway, he would do. I used to spend night at his house because I knew his sister. Well, actually, I knew him first, and then and I used to hang out with him and this dude named DJ Master Shadow, and we used to just make beats, and we used to freestyle and just rap and stuff. So anyway, I got Alex to make me beats, Robin to make me beats. I recorded Robin's studio, and I put out the first album. I think I spent like $6,000 to $7,000 on my first CD. It was crazy, called Last Days. All me, by the way, all me. I don't understand where I came up with that much money, but I did it with pressing it and all that stuff. I got my man Brad Smith, who does great, phenomenal artwork, to do my CD cover, and actually my first one and my second CD cover, and the same people did my first and second CD. I mean, after and that was in '99. I remember again pressed up in '99, and then I got with a church called it was a Christian Life Center. Oops, there we go. Christian Life Center off of Rankin and 59, and I got my man Levi, who was outreach pastor, and I got hooked up with him, and they funded. Actually, they pressed up my after I went to get it recorded. They pressed up my second CD, and my man Rob Fat was. I'm giving you the whole backstory. Sorry, but my man Rob Fat was. He was he was my promoter, so he promoted me and my booking agent, and more or less a lot of times whenever my man Pastor Levi, he'd go out and he would speak, and I would do a song before, after him, whatever, and that got me a lot of extra gigs and stuff, and people always invited me back, and I learned a lot from Levi. Great guy, man. He's awesome. He actually has a barbecue place in Cleveland. So we gotta look it up. He's at what's the name of that? Fat Floyd's, called Fat Floyd's Barbecue. Y'all check it out. Google it. I'm sure you'll bring it up. So anyway, we used to go to different places, man. I remember I used to go to Monday. We have like Bible study, Tuesday Bible study, Wednesday church, Thursday get ready for Friday because we have Friday Night Live, and then Friday we do our thing, and then that's whenever we had basically outreach in the church, and we had light shows and DJs, and it was just like crossover in Florida, similar to that, you know, and props to Urban D. And so we did that, and then Saturday we had outreaches, Sunday we had church, and maybe no more outreaches. So it was non-stop. I mean, literally non-stop. And I did that for years, and maybe the reason why I got burnt out, because I just got, it was just way too much. And I got, even though I learned a lot and actually helped me and catapult me to what I do now, it gave me all of the abilities to do what I do. So I ended up meeting somebody at the church and got married and stuff. But the thing was, I mean, after, the only great thing that happened with that situation was I had 3 great kids, because I'm like, dang, I probably would have had a better opportunity if I met somebody at the club, because this person at the church did not do me right, you know what I'm saying? But past that, so I started working. And I got a family. I can't do a lot of outreaches. I still did prison ministry from time to time. And I used to go to the Harris County Boot Camp in Tascasita. I used to go with to the prisons like East Ham Unit, Carol Vance Unit, to the East Ham Unit in downtown. Oh, excuse me. I used to Carol Vance, East Ham, Peden Building downtown. That's what it was, the Peden Building downtown. And I did those with Pastor Boyd Harold with Cool Ministries. He is an awesome guy. If you ever get a chance, watch his stuff, or go to his spot off 34th. Anyway, 34th Street. But what else? Oh, so I did all of that, you know, and I still go every now and then. I get calls every now and then from like First Baptist of Houston. They would call me every year. Big props to those people who would help me out, and they'd call me out every year to do their hit and runs. So I do that, and man, it was just the Houston 1-8. I mean, I did that every year, and I did that for like 15 years straight, 16 years maybe straight. But all of that, I didn't pay much, and as much as my passion to go out and do that, at the time it wasn't paying nothing. And it was hard for me to stay afloat. And a lot of times they would they would book me, and they would, my booking agent, like, hey, we charge $200 in town, $500 out of town, plus lodging and accommodations, things of that nature. And they would do it when we went out of town, but in town they couldn't do it. So they called me directly, Chris, they want this much amount of money. We can't do that. I said, well, you know, I don't want to pass this opportunity up. I'll go and you know, you take up a love offering. You can bless me whatever you want to bless me with, and that's cool. And I did that way too many times, and I never asked for honorarium. And whenever I started asking for honorarium again, they kind of tripped out on me. And so I will go out and I will gladly do any spot, but it's really hard at the time when I couldn't even pay a bill. And you know, I pray for every single place that I went to that it bloomed and flourished, because I gave my heart. I gave my heart, and I did it with not knowing if I was gonna get paid or not. Sometimes they had a check from me, and I would take off before they could give it to me, because that's not what I went for. You know what I'm saying? They call me up, Chris, come back. Where you at? When we got a check, I'm like, what? If you got a check, oh, that's cool. I didn't know. All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. You know, and that's the best way to do it, is from you know, the abundance of your heart, just joyfully giving it. And so almost at the 10-minute mark, but now I'm married to an awesome woman, and I still like to go in and record some more songs and do things, but every time I think about doing it, things end up happening. I have no time. I have no finances to do anything. So who knows, man? I mean, I know God is not finished with me yet. He is not finished with me, and I am wanting to do it. So we'll see what happens. Hey, if you like this, hit me up. If you want me to come out, I'll do it. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. This is Chris Cruz Palamada saying, find your voice, be a voice for those who don't have one. Peace out.